You notice there was a DocuSign tab there too. Those of you that might already have a DocuSign account for e-signing, you can enter your DocuSign email address and password here and click Update Profile. And then you can send your forms and documents straight into DocuSign to send those out for e-signing, right? If you don't use DocuSign, we do have built-in e-signing already in our system. And each of you get 10 free e-signing submissions every month. Now what a submission is if you had 6 contracts that were a total of 50 pages and 4 tenants need to sign all of that, if you sent it all at the same time, that's only 1 submission. So the more accurate you are with your information, the longer these 10 free submissions for e-signing are going to take you. And you do have the ability to upgrade yourselves at any time for $12.99 a month or $99 a year for unlimited e-signing. And again, under my profile, you'll see a Settleware subscription status. That's what this is. And then and you can also just hit it right here under subscription tab, your Settleware subscription status. That's our built-in e-signing application. All right. Going down through my profile, you'll have a default username and password. Typically, you won't mess with this because you guys do the single sign-on with the CAA. So this is really not something that'll be of use to you. Online forms editor settings, I recommend leaving it the way it is. There is an option to use the old Adobe plugin version of our form system that requires Adobe Reader and a specific browser, and it just becomes a mess to keep up with. But there's a few old school people out there that like it, and so we do keep it around. But again, for the most part, I would just ignore this. Theme settings. If you guys like different colors, let's say that you want to work out of a harvest theme, you can change that. If you maybe more of a black and white person, change that, right? See how I got grays? So this is just your personal preference on what you're working out of on the color theme. All right, on down my profiles, add and edit custom clauses. So these are really useful to you, and you can access that menu here, and you can also access it under the forms when you're actually typing and editing in a form. And what it is a way for you to store little snippets of text that maybe you insert frequently into your contracts, so you don't have to remember to type them. So if I click into one, it looks like there was a test, but all you would do is click on Add Clause, and you give it a number, whatever, for sort purposes is what that's for. And we could say, you could call it like a, let's see, like a, rental rules clause, whatever, and, here are the additional rules to my, tenancy, blah, 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 whatever it is that you need to keep track of, things that you use over and over and over, little clauses, and you can click Add, right? And it'll be there for your use later, and we'll show you that when we get into it. So I just created one called Rental Rules Clause. Just made that up. No meaning to it whatsoever, just a blurb. Okay, down through here, guys, sent email log. So any email you've ever emailed out of our system. So when you send contracts and documents via email, this will go and be logged here, right? So you have a way to track it. Anytime you send your contracts via fax through our system, it'll be shown up here. And anytime you ever send an e-signing request, sending your contracts out so your clients can e-sign those, that'll be tracked here. So you got email, fax, and e-signing, all 3 ways to get a document to a human are right there. All right.